After losing to Milwaukee by double digits in Game 1, Boston sure responded last night. A 23-point victory, evening this series at one game each. Boston with the 109-86 win. Giannis finished with 28 points for the Bucks, 11 for 27 from the field with 6 turnovers. After the game, Coach Mike Budenholzer said, Giannis, he always figures things out. Shannon, you've said Giannis is the best player on the planet. So what you've seen so far in the 2 games this series, has Giannis lived up to that title?
Yeah, he's still the best player on the planet. Boston is making it very, very difficult on him. They're the best defensive team in basketball, and we knew it was going to be tough. The likelihood of someone getting 40 points and they're being efficient while doing it is just not going to happen. They have so many versatile, so many 6'7" and above guys, from Jaylen Brown to Jason Tatum to Al Horford to Daniel Tice to Robert Williams. They can run multiples. And right now what they're doing a great job of building the wall, keeping him out. But when he's passing it, unlike the first game, Skip, guys didn't make 3-point shots. This past game, he's like, well, the hell with it. I just got to go. I just got to take it upon myself, because he got a little frustrated. Guys weren't hitting wide open shots that he says, I'm going to myself. And a lot of times he was reckless, throwing the ball up against hoping the officials bailed him out, because he was still barreling through, dropping his head, putting his shoulder down, trying to get to the rim. But the Celtics did a great job. They do a great job of collapsing. They do a great job of forcing him into a position where he doesn't want to be. They do a great job of trying to keep him out of the lane. Now, he's going to get to the lane eventually, sooner or later. We're just going to make it as difficult as possible on you. But the Boston Celtics, they're legit. They're a for-real team. And the only reason I picked the Bucks, Skip, even though Middleton was out, is because I picked them at the beginning of the year. And I was like, I'm not jumping off of them now. But the Boston Celtics, they are for real. And if you go back and look at it, they forced KD in the 9 of 24. They forced him in the 4 of 17, 6 of 11. And then remember, Skip, I think he only took 1 shot, maybe no shots in the 4th quarter. And in Game 4, they were 13 of 31. So it's not like they're going to make it easy for you. But I can't forget what he did in KD in 7 games. He was 32 and 13. And then in the finals, he said, I can do better than that. I'm going to go 35, 13, and 5 with a 50-piece in the closeout. So nothing that I've seen has deterred me from saying Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in basketball. Yes, the Boston Celtics defense is for real. They're making it very difficult on him. But this is what they hope for. The Bucks said, let's go to Boston and let me get 1 game. They got that game. Let's see if they can, follow it up with getting a game at home and make it 2-1, which I believe they will do. But I've seen nothing in this series to say Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't currently still the best player in basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to get a new TV. I'm seeing different games than you're seeing. I don't know, my little black and white. I live down in the flats. You're up there in your palatial estate in Bel Air.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So you want us to judge on a game-by-game basis. So if a quarterback plays good, he's the best. If he doesn't play good, he's not the best anymore. So I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to base it on now.
We now have a 2-game sample size to go along with Boston's 4-game sample size against Kevin Durant. And I'm glad you recited all those stats of Durant's in that series. So to me, to my eye test, if Giannis is still the best player on the planet must be Pluto, because I'm not seeing it on planet Earth. I'm seeing him, the overall numbers sound okay because it's 26, 11, and 10. That works. And then you start to dig a little deeper and you go second level. Wait a second. He's 20 of 52? 20 of 52.
Yeah.
Wait, that's 39%.
Yes.
For the Greek Freak.
Yes.
Who in the finals shot like 65%, right?
Yes.
39%? From 3. That's been his new weapon, right? He's 17%. He's 1 of 6 from 3. And, in the finals, he figured out his free throw bugaboos, his demons at bay in the finals last year. I give you that. And in that wipeout, closeout game, what did he make? Like it was some...
he was like 15 to 17, something like that.
Way to go. Got that. But you're not up against just a single DeAndre Ayton right now. You're up against the Celtics wall.
Yes.
So from the free throw line, you're starting to re-meet your demons. They're starting to gain footholds in the back of your psyche because you're at 55% over the first 2 games. You're 11 of 20 from the free throw line, and they're starting to count his dribbles again, and here we go. You sure best player on the planet? Because I'm not. I saw 5 turnovers from Giannis in game 1. I saw 6 last night.
Yeah.
5 and 6, that's 11 turnovers in 2 games. Best player on Pluto? Maybe I'll give you Pluto, but I can't give you planet Earth.
But Skip, we see what the Boston Celtics, they forced remember KD had 6, had 7. They do that, Skip. In order for you to make them open up the court, guys are gonna have to hit shot like they did in game 1. Even though he got up, he didn't shoot the ball efficiently, but the 12 turnovers, 7 of those directly led to 3-point shots. So if Kevin Durant could have got someone to make shots, if Bruce Bryant and Seth and all these other guys could have made shots, now we can't keep sending these double teams at Kevin Durant because we're making you pay for it over here. So when you look at this, Skip, I mean, what's he supposed to do? Bobby Portis was 0 of 2. Brooke Lopez didn't take any. Holiday was 1 of 6. So what? 3 of 8. They were worse. They were worse from the 3-point line than the Golden State. And you say Golden State, that was the worst they shot in 25 years.
In the playoff game.
Yes, they were 17%. You're not beating anybody shooting 17%. But do you believe? Let me ask you a question. Do you believe the Celtics going to shoot another 20 for 43 from the 3?
Well, they shot 53s in game 1, made 18 of them, which wasn't terrible, but it's just too many threes, and so they cut it all the way down to 43. But they made 20 of them.
Yeah,
okay, that'll work.
If somebody made 23s on you in the playoff game, Skip, you're probably going to lose.
It will especially work if Grant Williams, who bedeviled the Nets, if you recall, he had some stretches where he was just like crazy hot. Well, he makes 6 of 9, and obviously Jaylen Brown came out hot and made 6 of 10, and then Jason Tatum helped close the deal.
Yeah, he got hot at the end.
He got hot at the end. But the point was, this game was there for the taking. This is the one where you step on proverbial throat in game 2 on the road because you got them on the run because you bully balled them in game 1. You punched them right in the mouth, as Jaylen Brown said. You need the best player on the planet, quote, unquote, to come out and enforce his will, impose his will upon the home team. And in the first half, he shot 2 of 12.
Yeah.
And for those who might have missed it, or for LaShannon across from me who might have just swept it under his carpet over there.
No, I saw it.
Could we see his 10 misses in the first half? This is Giannis in the first half of a game on which you can put them in a hole they won't be able to climb out of. This is Giannis. You got to impose your, ooh, that was an air ball. Giannis, impose your, you can't make that shot? Giannis, best player on Pluto? Maybe Pluto. Giannis, he's shooting Jordan-esque fallaways. That's not his shot. And then there's the deep shot, and it barely ticks iron. And then there's the one a little long. And Giannis, these are the ones that get me. That's an air ball obviously off glass. It doesn't even touch iron. Then he bangs that one off the iron. He's really having a hard time. Usually he makes that shot. I think that shot got tipped a little bit at the end. Okay, so they're really good on defense.
Yes.
They're very physical.
Yes.
They're long on defense. I know Milwaukee's a long team, but they're not that much longer than these guys. And Giannis is getting his shot blocked and bothered at the rim way more than I've ever seen it.
But Skip, not only are they're a big team, they're not as big as Milwaukee, correct? But they're more athletic. Because, as you mentioned, they got 7 guys that can really guard Giannis. And so
by the way, they didn't have the Defensive Player of the Year last night, Marcus Smart, who's about 6'4".
But here's the thing, Skip, and what we got to get away with this. You can be the best player on the team, but you're not going to be the really good team. Was Nikola Jokic not the best player in the Golden State series? But Golden State had a better team. Okay, that might Giannis can be the best player, and the Boston Celtics have the better team. The days of a one-man. We saw this you said Kevin Durant. You said if Kevin Durant would have had any help, they would have beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, he didn't. He didn't have Holiday. He didn't have Middleton. So now, without Middleton, to help relieve some of that pressure because he can go get his own shot. Now, basically, it's a two-man team. And Holiday, Skip, Holiday was 7 of 20. You keep talking about Giannis, he was 7 of 20. He was 1 of 6. So it's like, unless some of these other guys start making shots, so they can open up the court for Giannis. It's going to be tough sledding. But Skip, the days of him, if you thought he was going to shoot 50% in this series with as left athletic and as long as Boston is, no, I didn't think that.
I think you did think that.
I thought he would be in the mid-40s. If he could get to the Skip, they held Kevin Durant under 40%. So if he could get to the mid-40s.
I told you I'd never seen anything like that in my life.
And guess what? And Kevin Durant can shoot the ball. Giannis needs to see a couple of these things go in so he can open the court to get downhill. Kevin Durant can shoot the ball extremely well from the 3 to the mid-range, and he got a little post up. His post up, he doesn't really like the post up. But if you see when Giannis backs that thing out, Skip, and get a head of steam, he's missing shots, Skip. We normally see Giannis either lay the ball up or dunk it on someone's head. Mm-hmm. And he's clanging it off the backboard. Mm-hmm. So he'll figure it out. He'll slow it down. Put some dew on it. Put some dew on the game. When they play again, Saturday? Okay, I want some dew. Whatever kind of dew, whatever you want.
I'll take Boston to win one game at Milwaukee for dew. You have them winning both games?
I want the first game. I want game 3. The Bucks win. You know what, Skip? I don't even know what the line gonna be. I give you 5 points right now.
I got the line here somewhere.
I give you 5 points right now.
5. I will take it.
Yeah, I got him. I knew you couldn't help yourself.
One case. Well, I'm up 2
No,
from
2.
last
I
night.
want 2 cases.
No,
I want my 2.
got one.
Give me my 2 from last night.
I mean, you should win this game. You're back home. Come on. Marcus Smart, I don't even know if he'll be able to play or not. He's got a deep thigh bruise. Who knows?
Skip, Marcus Smart is not guarding Giannis. You got to worry about those guys. You got to worry about those guys, those 2 guys that's in that frame right there that bother Giannis. Okay. And Grant Williams and Robert Williams.
Well, Giannis did get going in the second half last night because he was 9 of 15.